Hello everybody, I'm Rachel, the Messy Minimalist, and we're back in my garage. I am filming this video as a part 2 by popular demand. I don't exactly know what my goal is for today, but I think I'm just going to do what I did last time, which is take as much stuff as I can, kind of push it out of the garage, see what we're working with, and see what is worth keeping and what needs to get pitched. Let's just jump into it. So this is a lot of junk. It doesn't help, that it's getting a little bit warm. Yeah, this is a lot of stuff in here. And I am just now kind of going through the mental process of how am I gonna go through all this? Like I said before, my main goal here was to just get as much stuff out as I can. I'm gonna get even more of it out, but I don't know if I'll be able to tackle the area behind me or not, but my goal was the stuff in front of me, maybe the stuff behind me, we'll see. So we're back in my garage today because it was time. Yeah, it was time. Just like before, my whole system with the garage is just to push everything out. Actually, you know what? So I didn't even really plan out this intro here. Let me try to do this a little bit more gracefully. Let's talk about the old me. The old Rachel would have still put stuff back on the shelf if I liked it, regardless if I had a home for it in our house. The new me does not want to do that. I only want to use our storage shelves in here if it's a seasonal item, a tool of some kind, or, well, no, that's it. That's all I'm gonna have in here. The old Rachel would have pushed everything out. Actually, I wouldn't have even pushed everything out. I would have just snooped around what was in here and then pushed it back into its shelves. But even still, the old me, would have gotten everything out. After I dug through everything, I would have picked out the stuff that I still liked and I would put it back on the shelves. That's without question what I would have done. Or I would have said, ooh, this is worth something and this has value and I could sell this and maybe so-and-so wants this. And then I would have brought everything back in with these grandiose plans to rehome all of this stuff and then pretty much not done anything with it or tried and failed. It's harder to find the time than we all think. Sometimes it seems like such an easy thing to sell something or give something away, but it's really not as easy as we imagine it to be. So anyway, the old me would have taken everything out there and then just put stuff back on here because I liked it. But the new me has a new rule. The only stuff that comes back in the garage, the only stuff, are tools and seasonal items. That is it. I won't store anything other than tools and seasonal items. Seriously. Tools mean anything from actual pieces of equipment, hammers, nails, power tools, etc. Anything useful. If you think of it as like a raw material, those are the kind of things that to me make perfect sense to be stored in a garage and we have no problem with. But anything that's not that, it just has to go. It either goes in the home, out in the garden somewhere, or in the trash, or in the donate. So, anyway, let's get to work. All right, I think that we just get to this point a lot together. I get stuff pushed out. I suddenly can see everything that maybe I didn't see before, and I don't want any of it. It's just a crazy feeling. Like, I know I'm gonna keep some of the stuff, but there's this part of me that just doesn't want any of it. I don't even know what to say. I wrote a blog post about this once. You can check it out on my blog, messyminimalist.com, if you want to. Basically, the post was all about how sometimes you just wish a natural disaster would take your stuff from you. Just that something totally out of your control would just come and deal with it for you. It's almost like if I didn't ever have to even see it again, I feel like I wouldn't even know it was missing. There's this small part of me that kind of wants to just put it all in the trailer and just donate everything and not even look at it. But there's also the curiosity part of me that says, like, no, you have to look at it. What if there's something amazing in there? I feel like there's probably not. Whatever, so I've made my point clear. I don't actually want any of that stuff out there. I actually just want it to disappear and go away, including this couch that I'm sitting on, but I'm not moving it because I need a place to sit and talk to you. I'm gonna go through, try to find the few items that are useful to me, get rid of the rest. The one little thing that I have to amend from my earlier point about, only keeping seasonal items and tools, the one extra thing that we do kind of have to keep in store are hobby items. And I didn't think about it till I was pulling more stuff out, and then I realized that, like, oh yeah, we do have seasonal hobby items, but still they're hobby stuff. Snowboard, rollerblades, ice skates, things that are sort of hobby stuff that do have to be stored somewhere. I'm gonna go try to find a couple of the things I'm gonna keep, but really, I just don't want any of this stuff. All right, I just ran and did a couple more quick things. They smell so dusty. Just the proximity to my face, it's hard not to. Yeah, just a bunch of flake flowers. I think it goes without saying now that I'm just never gonna be keeping these. I've vowed to be done with the fake flowers. If you can make them look good, then more power to you. I just find that mine just get dusty, they look gross. It just doesn't work out for me. Gonna donate these. So it's always disappointing to find an item that you never actually used. Binksy Baby. The Binksy Baby shopping cart baby cradle. Oop, there's a bug. In theory, is a really cool thing. I never used it, not even once. Roll it up, you can stuff it in your purse or leave it in your car, and then if you have a little infant and you want to go shopping, rather than picking up your baby and pulling the car seat in, rather than having this big bulky car seat in the store, you would just grab your baby, grab your Binksy Baby, and you hook it up on the shopping cart, and it's this like nice little cradle in the cart for the baby. Long story short, I never used it, not even once. I paid like 40 bucks for it. It was not cheap. My baby's not getting any younger, so I don't need this. I'm gonna donate this. This is a shawl. I had it as a kid. My mom bought it for me when I was in grade school. Yeah, I mean, it's just silly, but strangely sentimental, so I'm actually going to keep it for Clementine. Oh. So, I did a purse episode a while back. Turns out I didn't actually find every purse in my house. There's a couple of them right here. So I feel like I have no choice but to just get rid of these. Snakeskin wallet. This is actual snake scales in leather. And another vintage purse. Coins from around the world. Okay, some of them are in different languages, so I don't even actually know what they will say. You know, again, I once really loved, and they're hard to get rid of, but this is all just part of the journey. And I think it's easy to like things. It's easy to like lots of things, but it's not easy to love things. And I do know that despite that I have these nostalgic feelings, it's like I'm unearthing something I haven't seen in a long time. Of course I feel like, oh, I love that. That's just natural. As you guys open up your garages, closets, or wherever you are, as you're going through items that you haven't seen in a long time, you're gonna find stuff that suddenly sparks what you think is joy or sparks that nostalgic feeling, and you're gonna feel like maybe it's a more powerful feeling of attraction to that item than what you really have had you just seen it around a little bit more often. You know, definitely that's not probably the case for everybody, but I do believe that that's the case for me, that I know despite the fact that I think that these are really cool, I already have enough in my life, so I'm going to donate these. Not my quarter though, keeping my quarter. Yeah, I used to use it in my bathroom as a way of organizing things in the drawers, but, you know, honestly, I just donate. As you guys might know, if you watched any of my other videos, I do have a thing for strange faces, and here's another one. More creepy faces. This one I actually like, and this is a hat rack, so you can set hats on it and they kind of keep their shape. It's traveled with me from Michigan to New York and all in between, and I plan to keep it. I don't know if there's anything else that's noteworthy to show. I'm just going to keep going through this stuff and see how much I can fit in my donate trailer. The goal of my last video was to fill that trailer full of stuff to go be donated. I plan on doing that again, so I'm only about a third of the way filled, so let's see if we can fill it up with any more stuff. Hey. Okay, so we are back. It is day 2, although really it's like day, I don't even know how many, because I've had some separation between when I first started filming and right now. The reason for that is because we've just been getting rained out and scheduled in, and just a combination of things making it really hard for me to get one succinct shoot. What ended up happening is, unfortunately, you guys didn't get to see, but I got rained out, so I had to pull everything back into my garage. Whatever was in the trailer from my last video, we just threw a tarp over it, strapped everything in, and took it straight to the donate center. We knew that there would be kind of weird scheduling, and that was the best we could do. Unfortunately, none of that is on camera. Sorry. dice, don't need it. Something that I tried to give away a long time ago. Nobody wanted this, but this is a Zen garden. It's really quite cool. It's just a little box that you put sand in. This is the sand. And then you take your little rake and you just kind of rake through it. But I don't need it. And I'm about to pull a box of stuff from behind me, which is embarrassingly enough a bunch of stuff that I was going to donate a while ago and didn't. That's just shame on me. One of the big mistakes that people make when they're decluttering is that they don't get their donate stuff out immediately. But this is another thing that clearly has never been opened. I'm trying to see a price tag. $7.99. So I paid $8 for these, which is not that big of a deal, but still, that's $8 that I never, ever, ever used. I'm gonna donate these, along with everything in this box. Okay, this is kind of fun. These are some lovely D&D dice. For anybody who doesn't know what D&D is, that would be Dungeons and Dragons. Got a lovely D20. Here's a D10, some standard D6. Anyway, lots of good stuff in here. So, oh, damn. Okay, I keep dropping these. I need to put these away. These are keepers. We have a crazy dice collection, and if you didn't already know, there are a couple things that we collect. Most of them are kind of nerdery type things, but dice is one of them. Yes. We have ourselves an original Nintendo. Yay! This is a worm farm that we got for Christmas that we can put outside because we're gonna make a worm farm this year. I'm finally ready to let go of something that I have not been ready to let go of in a very long time, and it's more picture frames. I've had quite a few picture frames that I've been trying to get rid of, and you know, it's always a battle every time. There's this part of me that's like, whoa, Rachel, you've been hauling these around for so many years, you have to put them up on your wall. And then the other part of me that's like, well, now think about this. If you've been doing it for so many years, maybe it's because you don't actually like it. I think I'm just gonna get rid of them. That's what I'm gonna do. I didn't even purchase these frames for these photos. I purchased the frames for the frames, and I never did anything with them because this is my life. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, not really a picture frame, but still a thing that just never got on my wall, and 6, the busted version of this that broke because it was sitting around for so long, not on my wall. Even then, it wasn't enough to get rid of. I was like, no, now it's a shadow box. Look, now I can set stuff in it. I'm not gonna have any more fantasies about putting this stuff up, going in the donate pile. But that's not all. If you guys could only see the jigsaw puzzle that I'm going through, this is just crazy. 6, 7, 8, 9. 2 of the same one. And that's the last one that I'm going to donate. Okay, so trash. Donate. 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 Put it on my bookshelf upstairs. And this, believe it or not, belongs to another critter that we own that I will show you guys another day. And then this is going to go into one of our motel rooms. I I almost feel the need to apologize for not having a more eventful video right now. I don't know. Sorry, not sorry. Sometimes life is just, and it's not always super exciting.
Come here.
Okay, I'll come.
Come here.
Alright, I'm being beckoned to go out and play with my kid, and you know what? That sounds amazing to me right now. I've had several days of, even though to you guys doesn't look like a lot of progress, to me has been in and out, just trying to dodge the rain and the weather and stuff like that. So I'm going to clean this stuff up, I'm going to go play with my family, and I will continue working in here. But just so you guys know, next time I'm not going to try to force another garage video. I'm going to have to film this over the course of like 2 weeks and really try to get some good progress, and then I'll put it together in a pretty package and I'll share with you. In the meantime, I hope that you did enjoy just seeing a couple more items that I have. Hopefully you've been digging into your own stuff. I loved, by the way, having everybody come and talk to me on Instagram and on my Facebook page. Just the community's been really great, so always big thanks to you guys for doing that. It makes my day, and it's fun to hear about all the progress you guys are making too. I'll talk to you later. By the way, if you haven't subscribed to my video and you're still watching right now, then please consider subscribing, and you will see me do other decluttering videos every week. I guess that's it. Thanks a lot, and I will talk to you guys later.